Welcome back. While we were on a break, we had a few more picks. The 91st pick, the Bucks selected Rashard White, running back, Arizona State. He put up big numbers with them. The 92nd pick, the Green Bay Packers selected Sean Ryan, guard out of UCLA, and I think he's going to be a good addition to the Packers. I think that was a good move for them. And the 49ers selected with the 93rd pick, Terrion Davis-Price, running back LSU, and he can really make you pay. He's aggressive, and he'll put up some big numbers with them. Right now, the Carolina Panthers are back on the clock for the 94th pick of the draft. So we're starting to wind down. There's 6 picks left in round 3. Their pick is in, or the Panthers' pick is in. We're waiting for it to come up on the screen. But I am just so happy that Malik Willis finally got to hear his name and finally got to come off the board in this year's draft. So I really say congratulations, Malik. We were wondering when you were, and you finally did in the with the 86th pick with the Tennessee Titans. So I really congratulations, Malik. And the Panthers have 5 picks remaining. They're at 5-12. They were last in the NFC South. They want to really improve this season. They need a lot of work. Their offensive line was 29th in pass block wins. And so the Carolina needs a lot of pieces of the puzzle. And I think they've been the 5th worst in NFL the past few years. And they had 10-23 record the past few seasons. But I think the Carolina Panthers are going to go with probably a cornerback, defensive back. We'll see. Or it could be a wide receiver either way. We'll see. But we'll have it when the draft comes back on the screen. So as we wind down the rounds 2 and 3 of the 2022 NFL Draft, and so I want to really, I feel the Browns made a good move this second time out with the 78th pick overall. I'm going to flip it back. I thought I would have heard with getting Alex Wright, defensive end from UAB. I thought my buddy Keith Norman would have called me, but apparently I guess he got tired, so I'll have to wait to hear from him tomorrow. The draft is back. Let me. And they took Ikem Ikawana with pick 6 in the first round. They have 5 picks remaining, and they have now made the playoffs. No playoff appearances the last few years. And the win rate pass blocking is 29th with offensive line, as I said. And we're going to hear from Carolina. Somebody's making their way to the stage. So we'll find out who. There's somebody right now, so we're going to find out. Let's listen in right now. With the 94th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Matt Corral, quarterback. Oh, the Panthers take a quarterback. Matt Corral, another quarterback to finally hear his name and get off the board. He is a quarterback from Ole Miss. He waited a long time. And he put up a lot of it. It was 2021 was second team All SEC. And he was also he had 3,963 total offensive yards, 3rd in Ole Miss history, and that's I think that's a 3rd and probably a 3rd place record in Ole Miss history, and he can get rid of the ball quick. He finds an open man very quickly. And his career, 9,625 total offensive yards. That's also 3rd in Ole Miss history. And I think that's a record as well. That's one of the records there. So he can really put up some big-time numbers. He can really find up a man and make you pay. 3 more quarterbacks tonight and 1 last night, so 4 have gone off the board so far. 4 quarterbacks have gone off the board. The Bengals are back on the clock. We're waiting for their pick to come in, and we'll see who they take. And I think they are going to go with, I would think, I think it's going to be a cornerback. I agree with that. I think it's going to be a cornerback defensive back. And I think somebody's about to make their way to the stage right now. Because the last pick the Bengals made was I'm trying to look here. The last pick the Bengals made might have traded up when I'm not seeing anything. I'm trying to find one here. I'm trying to look here to find a pick that the Bengals made. Well, I think I know they made one last night. Daxton Hill, safety, Michigan. And the pick is in. We picked 60. I took Cam Taylor Brett in round 2. Excuse me. That's what it was I was trying to tell you. I'm about to find out who they took right now with pick 95. Let's listen in. And they just took Zachary Carter, defensive tackle, Florida. So, that's a surprising move, and I think probably a good one. Although I thought that they would have gone with a quarterback, with a cornerback, defensive back. And he really put up some big numbers. 31 tackles, 11.5 total FL, and 17.0 sacks, 102 tackles in his career, 26.0 TFLs. And he can really run the ball, and he can be aggressive in the pocket on the defensive end of the ball, so he can make it pay. The Indianapolis Colts are back on the clock, and the last week was pick 77, Bernhard Rainman, offensive tackle from South Alabama, and their pick is in. We're waiting for it to come for somebody to come to the stage, and we're about to find out right now. Let's listen in to see who the Colts have taken with the 96th pick. Nick Cross, safety, Maryland, is a defensive back. And I think that was a good move for Indianapolis. They needed that. So he really put up a lot of big numbers with it. He had 66 tackles, 3 interceptions in 2021. He also he can be really aggressive. He had 134 tackles in his career, 5 interceptions, 10 passes defended. He can really be aggressive in the pocket. He can really hold down the ball, and he can really be aggressive. He can sack the quarterback too, and he can make you pay. So I think he's going to be a good pick for the Indianapolis Colts. The Detroit Lions are back on the clock. We're waiting for theirs to come in. And their last pick of round 2 was Josh Paschal, defensive end, Kentucky. And so they really, they were 3-13-1. They have 4 picks remaining. Last in the NFC South. They've not been in the playoffs in years. 4th straight season, finishing last in the NFC South. But Detroit needs a lot of 30th straight season without playoff win. Longest active streak in the NFL. Detroit needs a lot of pieces of the puzzle. And I feel that Jared Goff has one last year on his contract, but I still feel that they need a lot of pieces of the puzzle. And I think they're going to go with, I'm going to say, a running back. We will see. I think it's going to be a running back. We'll find out when the draft comes back. We have, after this one, 3 picks left to go in round 3. And then round 4 will start tomorrow with pick 101. And I'll be at work from 8 to 1, but I'll be back. I'm going to have to catch up, but I'll get back on as soon as I can. And we will finish out tomorrow. The draft will conclude tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon or early tomorrow evening, excuse me. And I really think, but the Lions, they really, there's a lot of players still up there available. We've had 4 quarterbacks come off the board tonight in this draft, which I think is great. And so hopefully we get a few more. And I think the Lions are going to go with a running back for this pick, because the pick is in. We're waiting for the draft to come back on the screen and somebody to come up to the stage. And I think the Lions just really, they want to improve and have a better record this year. And they'd like to be back in the playoffs, and they're wanting a championship. And that city's just so hungry for a championship, as Cleveland for another one. And but I think Detroit really wants to make the playoffs, but they want to have a better record and just improve, even if they don't make the playoffs. So we'll see what they do. And we'll hopefully they'll be back on the screen soon. But there's a lot of it's been unpredictable again tonight in this draft. So by far, no doubt about that. And I do feel that it'll be unpredictable again tomorrow in rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7, leading up to pick 257. Mystery relevant, and that will be coming the final round 7, which will be the final pick. But I really think Browns, they traded up. They traded pick 44. Oh, the draft is back. We're waiting for the Lions pick to come in. So we can get that one to you. And we got a lot of players still, defensive guys, running backs, a lot of players left in the quarterback. Draft back, Lions, #1 playoff win since 1958, 1991. That's another draft back for you. And Detroit needs a lot of pieces of the puzzle, and I think somebody is making their way to the stage, and we're going to find out in just a moment. But I think right now who Detroit is going to take with the 97th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Let's listen in.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for that warm welcome.
And it's Barry Sanders, 2004 Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee. Let's listen in.
In the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Kirby Joseph, defensive back.
And they select Kirby Joseph, safety, was a defensive back. Safety, defensive back, Illinois. And
then he went off. This kid is 6'1", about 43 pounds. Doesn't have great speed.
And he's from Illinois, and I think he was he had 5 interceptions in 2021, total 4th in FBS, and he had his only play on FBS with 5+ interceptions and 3 free rushing yards. And I really think he's going to be a good addition. And the Washington Commanders are back on the clock with the 97th pick, with the 98th pick. And so we're going to find out in just a moment who they have selected right now, and let's listen in.
Commanders fans, where we at, Commanders? Where we at? With the 98th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Brian Robinson Jr., running back, Alabama.
And they have selected Brian Robinson Jr. Brian Robinson Jr. Running back, Alabama. And he put up a lot of big numbers with Alabama last year. And he's going to be a great addition. And 1,343 rushing yards, 296 receiving yards, and 16 touchdowns. We'll take a break. I'll be right back to wrap it up, because there's 2 picks left.